I'll now pass you over to Sarah for a shirt.
Okay, my name's Sarah and I'm a recovered addict.
Hey Sarah.
Okay, so obviously I chose that reading because it's talking about young people, and obviously I'm young, 19. I was using for 4 years in total, which, you know, for a lot, compared to a lot of other people, maybe that doesn't seem like quite a long time. But, you know, it did a lot of damage in those 4 years and lost a lot. A lot of shit happened, so, you know, you don't have to be drinking and using for like 10, 20 years and that to fuck everything up, basically. So, you know, my childhood and that growing up, pretty normal, pretty average. Parents praised me to be respectful, to pay attention to rules and not break them. Obviously that didn't fucking happen. My dad's never drank, never smoked and never used in his life, ever, not once. And my mum never really drank around me or anything like that, but here I am, recovered alcoholic and a recovered addict. Yeah, so I started smoking weed and fags when I was 15, so, you know, just like pretty typical, nothing too heavy and that. I didn't really see a problem in that either, you know, I wasn't particularly getting stoned every day or something like that. But it progressed, as this is a progressive illness. I started using pills when I was 16, and I just remember the first time like it was yesterday. Dropped it and I was like, this is it, man, I love this and I'm gonna fucking do this every day. I just knew it. It just caught me really quickly. You know, when I was younger I wanted to be a musician, like I love heavy metal and that, and drugs are quite in with rock and roll, drugs, sex and rock and roll, so obviously that's all in that. So I thought, you know, it's really cool and that. I was hearing about all my favourite artists like going into rehab and coming out, and I was like, oh, that's so fucking cool, man. Obviously it's not. You know, I was gonna be the next Slipknot or the next System of a Down. Went to college, studied music, found drugs within the first couple of months of college, that was it. In the next couple of months, failed the course, got kicked off the course, like my dream, gone. Completely just smashed within a matter of months. It just gripped me straight away. So yeah, dreams smashed. Obviously felt like, oh, that's my justification to go out and do this every day. Which it wasn't. I now know it's not the external things that are going around me that make me an addict. It's what's not happening within me, my sound reasoning. No sound reasoning, no willpower, and no memory of my last relapse, of the carnage that I caused within my last relapse. So, where the fuck's my page? So yeah, so when I got into college, I got into a relationship, you know, all really exciting stuff and that. It turned out to be a very violent relationship, and obviously I used that to, again, justify using and drinking heavily. So that it escalated even more through 16, 17, 18. You know, went from smoking weed, went on to pills, went on to deers, went on to coke, speed, every day, or most days at least. And then I went to, you know, hiding alcohol in my room and stuff when I was at home, you know, sitting with my parents, going upstairs, necking a quarter, half a bottle of vodka, going back downstairs, acting like everything was alright, like using a bit of mouthwash is going to get rid of the stench of vodka off my breath. Obviously, it didn't work. And obviously my parents started to notice something going wrong, as did the tutors at college. Very quickly after I started doing drugs, they were like, are you okay? You just seem different, your grades have slipped and all that. Obviously, I wasn't okay. So, not this Mother's Day, just gone the one before, a few days before that Mother's Day, I went to go visit a friend who lived down the road from me. And I had half a bottle of vodka and I was like, cool, I'll just go have a couple of drinks with my mate, you know, sound, and I'll come back again. Went and had those couple of drinks, went and bought another bottle of vodka, had those drinks, went and bought another bottle of vodka, we had those drinks, picked up pills and speed. I was missing for 3 days after that, over Mother's Day as well. Obviously, I just can't imagine how my mum could have felt not knowing where the fuck I was for 3 days. But when they got in contact with the police to report a missing person, because I had been on the phone to them every now and then, so they wouldn't file the report for a missing person because they'd been in contact with me, although they had no idea where I was. So there was just no help, nothing. They just had to accept that, you know, where was I? I was out getting fucked up, man. Wasn't there for my mum on Mother's Day. I came back on Mother's Day evening with a card, as if that's going to make it any better. Like, happy Mother's Day, Mum. I've been gone for 3 days. So yeah, that was one thing that I completely ruined. And went to the Christmas market in Worcester. Not this year, kind of the one before. Went with my sister and my mum just to go have a look at the market and that, and I found out that a few of my mates were at Spoons. So I was like, do you mind if I just go visit my mates and then I'll come back? Obviously I didn't come back for a few hours, and I came back absolutely paralytic. My mates were like carrying me back to, so for a mum and a sister to see me at the age of, I think I was 18, seeing my mates carrying me back a couple of weeks before Christmas, seeing how I was on the train. I don't remember it, but I remember her saying to me, if you were on your own, she could see men looking at me because I'm a girl, I'm completely out of it. I was squatted on the fucking floor on the train, men staring at me. If I weren't with my mum, who the fuck knows who could have got a hold of me, you know? So for my mum to see that, I know that that is a state I used to get into when she wasn't there. You know, I don't know how. Fucking guardian angel must have been watching over me half the times that I went out and got into the states that I did. I remember a little while ago now. I've been out countless times, clubbing, raving, partying, house parties. I've been out on my own once out of all those times, and that one time my drink was spiked. One time. So, you know, that's the reality for women and young girls, you know. And that didn't put me off. Still went out drinking a couple of days after I got my drink spiked. I won't go into details of what happened, but it wasn't nice. Still out drinking. Couldn't remember, you know, my memory's not there. So, within this madness, I was also a bartender at Spoons, which, as you can imagine, wasn't exactly the ideal job for me. 25% off all my drinks and that, you know, so it didn't go down very good. And I remember one time I finished the shift and my partner came to pick me up. It was only 15 minutes late, and by the time we got there I couldn't walk. I'd been drinking for 15 minutes and I was absolutely smashed, and he had to carry me into his car. So this is a new partner, a very nice partner, and the fact that he has stuck with me through this is just, he deserves a medal, man. So yeah. I wasn't going to mention this one because I'm quite ashamed, but my sister's wedding was another one that was really bad. She had a free bar, so naturally I decided to drink about 2 bottles of vodka, obviously, and I bought Diz to her wedding as well and dropped that through the night. You know, I was there in body, I wasn't there in fucking spirit, man. I was somewhere else. Woke up the next day. I don't know if anyone's ever played Flappy Bird. You know, that fucking bird with the massive, like, lips. I woke up the next day looking like I'd had a fucking lip job because I'd been chewing on my lips so much through the night. I looked like a twat. So, yeah, you know, just the embarrassment that I used to get myself into. It's just heartbreaking. My sister's wedding, man. The most important day of her life. And I wasn't there, not really. Like, you know, I was crawling on the floor probably. So, yeah. And then afterwards, after all this, when I went into AA, I went to AA before I came into CA. I was more of a binge drinker and a binge user than drinking and using every day, which is what I used to do, which is equally bad for your health, if not worse. Yeah, I came into AA, I didn't like it. I came in and they were talking about God, and personally for me, you know, I just thought it was a religious programme, and I was like, oh, you know, it's just not for me. But luckily, a couple of meetings after I'd been out there, Lisa came and spoke to me, and I said, is there anything for users? Because obviously they don't talk about using and that's a big problem for me. And Lisa brought me to CA. Thank God, because I don't know where I'd be if I hadn't come to CA when I did. So yeah, I came into CA. I just wanted to work the steps and fuck off, basically. Work the steps and fuck off and just live my life, maybe just drink every now and then and stuff like that. Have a pint with my partner every now and then. I now know that I can't do that. And I'm okay with that. I never thought I'd be okay with never drinking or using again, but I am. Because I know if it's not that a double vodka and coke would kill me, but it would, because eventually it would, man, because it wouldn't just be a double vodka and coke. So I think I was on step 3, and I spoke to Javina the night before a business meeting for CA, and she said to me, go to this business meeting, man, go get some service and that. And I got off the phone and I spoke to my mum, and I was like, fuck, Mum, I've got to go to this business meeting in Birmingham tomorrow. Like, I had a gig the night before. I was like, I don't want to go. And I went, got some service for meet and greet on a Tuesday CA meeting. And, you know, I got the position, and then suddenly I was just like, holy shit, man. Like, I can start helping people. I'm not coming to these meetings for myself, man. I'm going to help other people. And that was my spiritual experience. I know that now, because something just clicked, and I was like, I've got to help these people, man. Because I just think about, my mum said to me that she used to, when I was heavily in it, she used to get up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because she just couldn't sleep. And she'd just go on a walk in the dark because it was winter, just walk the streets and that, just no idea what to do with herself. I was just thinking, like, I can't sit here knowing that other people are going through that, other parents, other family members. I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got to get out there and help these other people. Because what if Lisa won't come to that meeting and not brought me to see her? I can quite confidently say I'd be dead. I can confidently say that, because there was no stopping me. So yeah, now, going from dropping Diz at my sister's wedding, being a twat, to wanting to work with people in crisis, work in rehabs, work in women's refuge, managed to get training to carry naloxone in case I see someone that's overdosing or something, yeah, potentially save a life. You know, to take the trauma and not look at it as a negative anymore, and be able to look at it, because I see it when I'm talking to someone and they say, you know, this has happened to me. When I say, that's happened to me too, you can see this like light in their eyes. They're like, oh shit, man, there's an instant connection. So to be able to have that power from something that used to cripple me, absolutely amazing. So yeah, I think I've only spoke for 10 minutes, but I'm going to leave it there.
Thanks, Sarah. Thank you. I'll now open